I'm Alex Davis. I'm the owner of Dragon City Farms in Dallas, Texas. We grow hydroponically leafy greens, herbs, microgreens inside a climate-controlled farming environment with no pesticides and no herbicides. We use 90% less water than your typical corporate farm, and we can grow all year round. We're going to show you some recipes today that bring out the best of our leafy greens and herbs. You'll be surprised how different your food will taste when you're using the freshest ingredients. We're going to mix two of my favorite cuisines, Spanish and Italian. We're going to take some Spanish shrimp and cook them in olive oil and garlic, and then we're going to put it over polenta. And we're going to do the polenta two ways, a creamy polenta and a fried polenta. So let's start with the polenta. You want to turn your stove on a medium high. You want to add 2 cups of whole milk. You can either do 2 cups or you can do 3 cups. I like mixing mine with chicken stock. So you'll put 2 cups of whole milk in there, and then you'll put 1 cup of chicken stock. You're gonna bring this to a gentle boil. More like a simmer than a boil. When it comes up to temperature, that's when we'll add a cup of polenta. We'll stir, and then we'll put a lid on it. You wanna cover it, and you're gonna let it go. Every about 3 to 5 minutes, you wanna check it and you wanna stir it so it does not burn on the bottom and so that all the liquid gets incorporated into the grain. What we have here are Spanish red shrimp. I love them because they're a sweeter taste than normal shrimp and because it reminds me of Spain and happy hour. I'm gonna show you how to take off the bottom portion of the shell because you wanna leave the head on and devein it. You're simply going to take your kitchen shears or a knife and just cut down the back of the shrimp. If you can't get Spanish red shrimp, any large shrimp will work. A U15 or larger. And then we're just going to peel it off. We want to be careful as to not to take the head off. We're going to reach in here and take the vein out. So it's been 30 minutes. So what we're going to do is turn it off. We're going to take your Parmesan cheese, and some people might call me a little bougie, but I prefer to grate my own Parmesan cheese, make everything from scratch if possible. So we're just going to grate about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese directly into here, because I like it cheesy. Okay, then we're going to take about 3 to 4 tablespoons of softened, unsalted butter. It should loosen up some, but if it doesn't, then what we're going to do is add some more butter. I do not believe it's possible to ever have too much butter, by the way. And there we go. Now what you can do, and what I did is at least 4 hours before you're ready to fry this up, you make it. You can put them in little molds like we have over here, or you can put it in a sheet pan, baking dish, wherever you have, and set in your refrigerator for at least 4 hours overnight, let firm up. And then you can just cut it into squares or however you want to cut it up. In the back over here, we have some oil. It's heated up to medium high. And what we're ready to do is we're ready to fry up some polenta. And you want to put it away from you so it doesn't splash on you. These are going to take probably 2 to 4 minutes for them to cook. And we just want to cook them till they're golden brown. And like all fried food, you want to hit it with some salt right afterwards. Turn this on to medium-high heat and start heating up that oil. Okay, so you want to add in here 3 cloves of garlic. I like buying my garlic already chopped up, and I like a lot of garlic, so I'm gonna put a little bit more than 3 cloves. You want to move this around so it doesn't burn, and it's only going to cook for about 30 seconds. Then you're gonna add in your chili flakes. I also like things spicy, so I'll add in a lot of chili flakes. Once the garlic starts turning a little bit brown is when you want to add in your shrimp. Again, I keep the heads on because the heads add flavor. You want to cook the shrimp till they start to become opaque and the tails slightly curl. You also want to move the pan around so the garlic doesn't burn. You also want to be careful not to overcook your shrimp. And remember that even when you take the shrimp off the stove and out of the heat, it's still going to continue to cook for about 30 to 40 seconds more. Here's parsley from the farm. It's a large leaf Italian parsley. We want to pull out. You really want one bunch, but I picked more than one bunch. So we'll separate this out. And we're just going to provide a rough chop. Now that they're done, we're going to take our cut parsley. We're going to sprinkle it over. And then again, as I said, there's no such thing as too much butter. We're going to add some butter to it. We're going to turn it off. And just let that butter melt down, and the butter is going to form a sauce. Now at this point, you could add a cup of dry white wine if you wanted to. But if you did add a couple of dry white wine, you'd have to turn it back on for a little bit longer to cook off the alcohol. Now all that's left is to plate up. And this is micro basil. Tastes like basil, just really small. Okay, we're going to do this, like I said, we're going to do this 2 ways. The first one we're going to plate is going to be the fried polenta cakes. We're going to put the cakes in the middle. All right, you want to take a little of the butter sauce and garlic sauce and just spoon it over it. Again, like I said, there's no such thing as too much butter. This is our spicy microgreen blend of mustard greens, collard greens, kale at a young age. We're going to add the polenta. We just want to drizzle the pan juices over it. And there you go.